Good morning and welcome back to C's Listening Room. I'm C. This is our room. We're going to go to the trailer park today. More specifically, Beth Orton's trailer park. This is a 1997 release. I knew nothing about it, but I found it at this dance studio that was going out of business down the street from my house. And I saw the cover. She's got some flannel on, sitting there with some, I guess those are Converse, I don't know. Very much a kind of a grunge look. And this might be interesting. Probably, singer-songwriter, edgy kind of, maybe a Liz Phair type thing. I don't know. I should have been tipped off by the acoustic guitar, though, on the back. So this acoustic guitar on the back, but I figured she'd be more of like your Liz Phair type, more rock and roll type of sound, just judging by the look. And I bought this at the dance studio when they were going out of business. They were selling all these CDs that they had. And I saw them. Let me give this a try. I think I bought about 5 CDs from that store. And I looked at some of the artwork, and first of all, I'm very disappointed. The album is called Trailer Park, but there are no trailer parks featured on the album. Trailer parks are very photogenic. You could take some really cool pictures, and they're used in movies. They're used in they're good backdrops, like the Eminem trailer, the movie from the Eminem movie, or the Eminem movie. I saw like the first quarter of that movie, like the first 30% of that movie on an airplane. But there was a scene there filmed in a trailer park that's literally just a few miles from my house. I think it's like 4 miles from where I live. It's not much left of it. It's like pretty much abandoned now. But that's a case in point. That trailer park pretty much became famous from a movie, just being used in a backdrop. You can make some really good pictures using trailer parks. You call your album Trailer Park and you don't even include a picture of a trailer park. That's disappointing to me. The way she's sitting here on the front, she could have sat in front of a couple mobile homes in that position, and it would have fit the title better, and it would have just made more sense. So a little bit of a disappointment there. In the back here, she's channeling her inner Alanis Morissette. This was released in 97. I think Alanis Morissette's major album came out in like 95 maybe, but that's totally ironic. That means she's got the fisherman's hat on. She's sitting in the back seat of a luxury car. You see all that like padded leather. I know in the Alanis Morissette video, she was in a Lincoln. It was like a 79 Lincoln or something. You could see the very distinctive oval window in the back and the blind spot. This with that padded leather, this looks like a Lincoln. I mean, I think this is a deliberate attempt to look like the Alanis Morissette ironic video. This can't be coincidental. You open it up and there's a couple shots of her at a tavern here. Drinking some kind of beverage. This is other than the acoustic guitar, this is a very rock and roll, pop rock type package. I mean, this whole the way that this is designed, the photography on this. I mean, you look at this. This looks like a rock album. And I put this on. I don't know how to describe this. First of all, the disappointment aside that there are no pictures of her posing in a trailer park despite the album's title. That's neither here nor there. It is acoustic, but I don't even know how to describe it. It's got some cellos, it's got some violins, lots of keyboards. It is pretty much folk music. I don't have a problem with folk music. I'm not a fan of it. My problem with folk music is it's all the same. It's just basically an acoustic guitar and singing, and it's very lyrically intense. You've got to really feel the message, I think, to really appreciate folk music. I don't completely dislike it. It's just, it gets old very quickly. There's not a lot of deviation. It's musically very limiting. Now this, I will give her credit. This is not very limiting or limited. She's added, as I said, keyboards, maybe some horns, some violins. So she's actually added something to it that makes it a lot more contemporary. It adds a little bit of flavor that you don't usually get out of folk music. But it's certainly not what it looks like. And so it's a little harder for me to give this one a 1 to 5 star rating. I'm going to try, but I mean, the songwriting's not bad. She does have a good voice. I do like her voice. There are a couple moments where her voice cracks. That's good and it's bad. I like the fact that her natural voice was used on this album. They didn't bring song doctors in and all sorts of producers to clean it up and alter it in any way. So you're hearing she's got a great voice. I like her voice, but I don't think this is the music for her to be using it in. It also sounded to me like she had a little bit of gap in her range. She would try to hit some lower notes, then go up to some high notes in certain songs, and it sounded like there was a bit of a missing space there in her range. She's got a very strong British accent. I just don't know if it fits this music. This is mostly acoustic. It's very folksy. It's kind of Americana, and then a little bit of a British or Scottish folk flavor in there as well. It's interesting on the first listen. She does have a good voice. I don't think she is the artist to be singing this kind of music. And I don't think this album is appropriately packaged as the more acoustic, folk-oriented album that it is. It looks too much like a more upbeat, harder rock album. It looks more like a contemporary rock album that would be more electric, other than the acoustic guitar in the back. And as much as I like her voice, I think it's being misused here. I think she should have made an album that was a little bit more fitting of the artwork, because I just think her voice is more suited to that. So, just a short, here we go, short review. It's Beth Orton, Trailer Park. Interesting for 1 or 2 listens just to hear what it's about. Very misleading. Probably not. I mean, I respect her as an artist. I just don't think this is the kind of music she should be doing. It's a 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's all I got to say. So, catch you guys later. Hopefully I'll give you a longer, more in-depth review next time. But that's it for now. Take care.